Hi everyone, welcome to Multi Arts Target 100 session. Every month we are conducting on second Saturday or Saturday Target 100 session. In the part of that we are conducting communication skills and different. We are bringing experts in that field. And this day we are waiting for the very interesting session. That is due to Corona and everything. We are feeling very stressed every day, so remove that, how to remove that stress, how to get out of the stress. Our Suchita Joshi ma'am will come and guide you. Welcome, madam. She is internationally certified wellness coach. Hearty welcome from Multi Arts, ma'am. You can on your video and audio. Am I audible?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gayatri Garu. And thank you so much, Savina and Multi Arts team for giving this opportunity. So we start the session. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I feel happy if everyone switch on your cameras. To turn on your cameras, it would be more interactive than just like a session. Thank you, Ravi Kodi. I guess it's not your name. Hi. Gayatri Garu, shall we start the session or
Yeah, ma'am, you can start.
okay? Hello, everyone. I'm Suchita Joshi. As Gayatri ma'am mentioned, I'm an internationally certified wellness coach and yoga trainer. So today we are here to discuss about stress relief management. So this pandemic has created a lot of stress. If you compare yourself before pandemic and now, there's a lot of difference in our lifestyle. There's a lot of difference in in so many dimensions. So this stress is not only in college going students or school going students. Each and every member in our family at different age group, they are in stress. So many things. So many things are going around. So all these things are creating a lot of stress. So I welcome you to this this session where which will help you to manage your stress and you know to prevent stress as well. So let me share the screen.
Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, this is stress relief management session. So how you have to manage this stress? You see here, like if you just flip that stress, you will get all the wellness. So how you have to manage this stress and get the wellness in your day-to-day life, in your life actually. That is what we are going to learn today. So going to understand how to manage stress and all, we should know what is stress. So it's a question for you all. Yeah. So be active. From your point of view, what is stress for you? What is stress? What is the meaning of stress? I'm expecting few answers from you. Just message in the chat box. What is stress for you? Yes. Any answers? What is stress? I'm expecting at least few answers from your side. so that I can go ahead to the session. What is stress for you? If something is existing, this kind of stress and all, gap between expectations and reality. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, that is the gap between expectations and reality. And don't search in Google, okay? So that is stress actually. So, okay, the even in simple definition, your individual response, okay, in your individual response to change in circumstances or any threatening situations or even individual like personal reaction to an external event demand, okay, how you're reacting individually, how your response towards the external event is nothing but stress. Okay, so for example, if I have given here exam, as you all are students and everyone has uh, experienced this kind of stress at the time of exams when you have to face the interviews and all. So when you have an interview, when you have an exam, how you're individually, how you're responding, how your reaction. For example, if you are worried about, you know, you are worried about exam or you are worried about interview, how it is going to be, what are the questions they are going to ask. In if you take it as exam, what are the questions they are going to ask, and how the validation is going to be, how they are going to conduct the exams and all. If you take this COVID situation, so many things are there, associated with exam. If you are worrying about the exam continuously, you know, that creates a lot of stress in you. And whereas if you compare yourself and your friends, okay, yourself and your friends, um, few will be very like they are very ease, they are like very they don't take any kind of stress at all, but they'll sometimes they even get the toppers. You see in our section, in our class, in our college, mostly the toppers will be few will be like they'll be like very chill. They'll go to movies also sometimes. They'll have exam in the morning, but they go to watch movies in the evening. Like that. Have you ever experienced that kind of persons in your life? Still kind of friends, still kind of your college mates, school mates, but still they stop. Have you experienced this kind of? Do you have any kind of friends like this? No. So do you think? Yes, yes. So we have these kind of persons around us. So what is the difference between you and I don't say you? What is the difference between those who take lot of stress? They worried lot, and what is the difference between them? This, the curriculum is same, the teachers are same, the environment is same, the teaching method is same. But why they are, getting toppers and why we are not able to, reach that expectation? What is the reason? See, to understand that, we should understand what is the human existence actually. Okay. Have you ever heard about this Panchakosha? Panchakosha is an ancient method of our existence. If you consider yourself as a person, as per medical terms, as per modern technology, um, your existence is only physical as per medical terms. I'm talking about medical terms like your cell, DNA, tissues, organs, systems, different, this kind of, which are physically you can experience, physically you can feel, physically you have everything. These are only the existence of a human. But as per ancient methodology, as per our, like rishis and they have invented, they have given this Panchakosha theory as human existence is only physical. As per medical terms, existence is only physical. But as per These all physical systems, tissues, and all this comes only in the physical level. Is my screen lagging? Can anyone please respond? I cannot hear. It is not. Is it only me? Yeah, let me. It is breaking. Give me a moment. Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Okay. So as per these things, our existence is in five levels. Okay, as per medical terms, it's only physical level which is called as Annamaya Kosha. But we have five levels. First one is the basic one is Annamaya Kosha. The second one is Pranamaya Kosha, which is energy field or aura or biomagnetic field. As per science, even it is called as biomagnetic field, nadis and chakras. We have these all existence in our body. That is second layer. Okay, don't think like if you cut your skin or something, you'll find all these layers. It's the existence. We exist in this all five layers, five levels. Okay, first basic one is Annamaya Kosha, which is which you can feel all your systems, which you have all the tissues and cells. That is basic one. The second one is energy field, which is aura is what it is called. You might have heard about this. As per medical terms, it is biomagnetic field. And if you have any idea about Sterlian photography, have you ever heard about Sterlian photography? Sterlian, they are one couple. They have invented photography where they can, if you take the photo with as Canon, we have all these cameras, right? The same way they have invented the Sterlian photography, whereas if you take picture of anything, okay, in that they have given this energy field, biomagnetic field. Every person, every individual have different aura, different electromagnetic field. Even trees have different aura. They have different electromagnetic field, biomagnetic field. So the fields are different as per their photography. It is scientifically proven thing. So we have different biomagnetic field around us. That is your energetic field. Okay. Next one is Manomaya Kosha, which is your mind. Okay. Do you think you have, mind? Your existence is depends on your mind. Your mind is nothing but what you feel, what you like, what all the different fears you have, the phobias you have. Do you think that your mind is also existing? Without mind, you cannot, do anything physically as well. And the next level is your Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is intellect. Intellect is what? What is intellectual? What is intellect? Discriminating what is good and what is bad. For example, likes and dislikes. If you have, for example, you know, discriminating what like is good, what is not good. That is your wisdom. That is higher mind. Mind is normal is your emotions, feelings, and likes and dislikes. But what feelings are good? What emotions leads us to good behavior? What is good, what is bad. The discriminating is done in your the different layer, this higher level, which is Vijnanamaya Kosha, that is wisdom mind. Okay. And then last one is Anandamaya Kosha, which is bliss. Generally, this kind of, this is very rare. You can see this Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha is nothing but bliss in the sense, in every situation, they will be like blissful, they will be happy. There is no loss, no winning. No, everything is equal for them. Generally, you see this, Sadguru, like those who have reached spiritually very high level. they will have this kind of existence. They will have this kind of nature, which is anandamaya, blissful nature. Okay, so here we were discussing about why your stress levels, why you are taking stress, whereas others are not taking stress. That is because of your manomaya kosha and your vijnanamaya kosha, your intellectual intellect, because they know they know what is good and what is bad. They can discriminate. For example, if you are preparing for um, some exams, or if you are preparing for to face some interview, to facing that interview, what are the things you need? What are the things you need to face the interview? You should have knowledge about that particular subject. What all the other things? Communication skills, everything. Okay, so everything you are gathering with what? Your intellectual, your vijnana kosha. So in that they are high level. So that is the reason they are able to collect more of information, and they are more confident about to attend, to face the interview. Whereas sometimes we lack of confidence, we lack of so many things because less knowledge about a particular subject or something. So these leads to lot of stress because you are not prepared well for exam. You are not prepared well for to face the interview. This will lead lot of stress. Okay, so this is done with your intellect, your vijnanamaya kosha. Okay, now I guess you have a now you got a uh, basic understanding of our existence. Any doubts in this? Okay, what happens? So this you are worried about exams, because of less preparation or because of less knowledge or whatever. So what it leads to? It leads to lot of health concerns physically on your body. Now, if you take your brain and if you take your brain and nervous system, you'll have headaches, frequently headaches, irritation. These things will happen. If you take heart, is this system, what will have palpitation? Have you ever experienced whenever it comes to your results time? If you are going to search for your number, your palpitation, your heart beats very fast. That is sign of your stress. And stomach, it shows with nausea, sometimes diarrhea. Mostly whenever in schools and colleges, few will have this concern. Whenever the exam date they will come, they'll have other loose motions, they'll have vomit, you know they'll have they don't eat anything, or they eat more. These things are because of stress only. Stress that response, that shows in your physical body in this way. Okay, that affects in this way. And the pancreas, the same way. Nowadays, even like school going students and college going students are getting this diabetic condition because of stress. And all these things, if you take reproductive organs for women, especially for women, nowadays PCOS, PCOD, and irregular periods, all these things are the main cause is stress only. Because of this stress only, they are getting all these concerns. Okay, even thyroid imbalance, these things. So this is the physically on your physical body. These are the effects of stress. Let's discuss how it affects on your mind, emotions, and behavior as well. Now, when I say like in your body, the headache is common. So next level, next is what your mind, worrying about the things, muddle thinking, like you're thinking of something, suddenly you switch to other things. There is no clarity in your thinking, there is no clarity in taking the decision. Okay, and you always have negative thoughts more than positive thoughts. Okay, that is impacting, the stress is impacting your mind in these different ways. Okay, when it goes more, then definitely what happens, it your emotions. It impacts on your emotions. What are the emotions? You're irritable, always you're having depression, anxiety. You know, these are all your emotions. There is a difference between your mind and your emotions. Okay, your emotions are the feelings. Okay, your feelings. You're feeling depressed. Your feelings are irritable. You are getting irritation for everything. So stress is leading to all these your emotions. And finally, this emotion leads to your behavior. Yes or no? You have to understand the steps, how this first your this stress impact on your body, mind, emotion, and because of all this, finally, it shows in your behavior. What all the behavior? For example, if you can take recent this suicidal tendency. You have seen in this COVID also, so many have attempted suicide. Okay, and if they are mentally and emotionally disturbed, there are more chances of accidents, because you know because this stress is leading to these kind of behaviors. Restlessness, insomnia is a condition where sleeplessness, you will not get sleep at all. You will have this type of conditions whenever exams are, these things will come immediately. Your body responds in that way that you'll not get sleep at all. Okay, and in youth it is leading to lot of addictions towards your smoking or drugs or whatever. They are leading to these kind of behavior. So so as this stress is leading to all these kind of behavior, so we cannot eliminate this stress, but we can learn how to manage into our life. Yes or no? This stress is common when you are like in when you are in 10th grade, 10th class. The stress was there because in our house also everyone will tell this 10th is very very important. You top, you get good marks in this, then you are almost done. But after 10th, they'll say inter is very very crucial part of your life. You have to be, you have to get very good score in inter, and after that, engineering or medicine or whatever. And after that, interviews. You have to face the interviews. Even after getting a good job, in that also you have stress everywhere. In your life, it's not only your career, your studies or something. If you take any kind of stress, for example, this COVID condition, COVID, because of COVID, we were very stressed. Why? We are at home, we are not going out, you know, you're not meeting your friends, you're missing everything. That is also stress only, right? And what all the other things? Even after job, even if you're at good position, also you have to be stressful in each and every day. Even traffic is a big stress. You would have forgot about traffic nowadays because we all are at home now. But that is also a very big stressful condition for everyone, right? So this is stress is common in our life. But how to manage this stress? How to manage this stress is very, very important. So there is a lot of tools, yogic tools, which you can, with which you can easily manage your stress. The best thing is breathing exercises, pranayama, asanas, relaxation techniques, and meditation. These are the five pillars which can help you to manage the stress, to prevent the stress. If at all, if because of stress, if you have developed certain conditions like insomnia, which is sleeplessness, PCOS, PCOD, irregular periods, or any hormonal imbalances, okay, migraine, headache, Gayatri, am I audible?
Yeah, now we were audible.
Am I visible as well? Voice is not coming. Okay.
Visible, but
Yeah.
the screen is little bit stucky. Maybe network problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Today we have some network issue going on. Okay. Uh, is it
Okay, voice
clear?
is audible. You can continue. No problem.
Okay. So, like these are the five major pillars through which you can easily prevent, manage, and if even the stress, has caused so many any kind of health concern, even that also can be managed through this yogic management, this therapeutic way. Okay. So let's discuss why breathing exercise. Okay, breathe and emotions. So why breathing exercises are very important. Breathe and emotions have your breath has direct impact on your emotions. Your emotions has direct impact on your breath. Have you ever seen this emoticon, this emojis in your WhatsApp? When you are angry, you'll send this kind of image, right? Have you ever used this one? I need one or two will reply at least no response. Have you ever used this one? Whenever whenever you have to express your anger, now you'll send this kind of emoji, right? This is what breathing heavily. That means when you're angry, what will happen? You breathe more. You breathe out more, whereas you breathe in less. Okay. When you're peace, you breathe in more and you breathe out less. When you're sad, okay, when you're sad, you breathe in less and you breathe out more. So when you're happy, you breathe in more and breathe out more. So your breath has direct impact on your emotions. The same way your emotions have direct impact on your breath. It's like vice versa. Okay. So for example, if you're not able to control your emotions, in movies or many philosophers, mind coaches, this psychologists, they'll say whenever you get angry, count 1 to 10 is what they say. Whenever you get angry, deep breathe in and out is what they say. Okay, because your breath has capacity to control your emotions. Okay, and your breath works as a bridge between your mind, your body, and your emotions. We have discussed how our stress impacts on your body first, then mind, then your emotions, and directly after all this, it will show up in your behavior, right? Without the for everything, the root cause is stress only. Because of stress only, few will attempt, they commit suicide. Because of stress only, it will lead to lot of migraine conditions. Because of stress only, you will have severe headaches. Because of stress only, you will have lot of digestive issues sometimes because of a lot of stress. Because of stress only nowadays, fertility concerns are like going high because of stress, hormonal imbalance. Now, all these things are because of stress only. Nowadays, so many things are happening. So many addictions in the youth are in everywhere. The addictions are happening because of this stress. Because they are not able to manage that particular external event, external environment. Okay, internally you have to manage. How you have to manage internally is very important. Okay, so how these tools are going to help you? I will just give a basic knowledge. So as I told you, breathe has direct impact on your emotions. Okay, if you're not able to control your emotions, if you're controlling your breath, there are different breathing techniques which can control your emotions instantly. Pranayama is your second, like your pranamaya kosha. If your energy levels are high, you cannot get into this stressful condition in any in any situation. Okay, and asanas, the physical postures. physical postures, why asana means any posture. For example, if you're sitting like this because of gravity, if you're standing on the floor, do you know on what basis you're standing, you are able to stand because of gravity. That is the reason, those who go to, what we call, uh, because if there is no gravity, you cannot stand. Because of gravity only, you are able to stand. Those who are going to moon, they are not able to stand. They are not able to stand there. You cannot stand because there is no gravity. Because of gravity only, we are standing. So these asanas also work with the gravity. When gravity is there, the blood circulation will be in that way. Okay. So when you are in particular posture, which will help you to release the stress. Okay. Then immediately the stress hormones will reduce and happy hormones will release. And the relaxation techniques. Relaxation techniques are very, very important. In my each and every session, breathing exercises and relaxation techniques and the postures, everything will be there. And one more thing about the asanas is the alignment of the posture is very, very important. As I told you, because of gravity only, we are standing the same way. The asanas will work with the gravity only. If your alignment is not correct, that that posture will not help you to release the stress. Okay, that posture will not help you to release those stress hormones. Our stress hormones are generated through your adrenal glands. These glands will release a lot of stress. Our serotonin hormone, cortisol hormone, these are the stress hormones. Okay, if you are able to drop those hormones, then only what all the conditions which have developed, migraine, headache, what all the conditions which have developed, slowly it will go and you feel better. Okay, with this relaxation technique, generally when you go to deep sleep, 8 to 9 hours of deep sleep, you drop this cortisol hormone 10%. Whereas when you go for this relaxation technique, instantly you release 60% of cortisol hormones in only 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, that is the importance of this relaxation technique. The same way meditation as well. You have to do meditation for 20 minutes every day. Any kind of meditation. If you're just sitting and any music for 15 to 20 minutes, if you're playing any music for 20 minutes, that is also enough. Just close your eyes and just simple breath. The simple meditation is just observe your breath. Observing the breath. That is simple kind of meditation. Okay, these are the 5 pillars through which you can easily manage your stress and the stress related concerns. All these hormonal imbalance, PCOS, PCOD, thyroid, whatever. Mostly all the concerns are indirectly, rooted with stress only. Okay, as I told you already, this, uh, how these all koshas will help us. The same way, these 5 pillars will help you to manage your stress. Okay. Any doubts you have in this? You can ask if you have any kind of doubts or anything you can ask about related to stress and wellness.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Or otherwise, you can
You
type
can ask
in the chat box.
yes. You can ask any questions related to wellness and stress.
What is
Thank you so much, Aru.
is it pranayama or the asana?
All, everything. As I told you, sorry.
Respond అవ్వలేదు కదా.
Okay, so as I told you, these are 5 pillars. As I told you, these are all 5 pillars. So every pillar is important. It's not only pranayama, it's not only asana, it's not only meditation, it's not only relaxation technique. Everything has to be, has to be done. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Any other doubts?
If I have to prioritize, if I don't get time, and if I have to prioritize, which one should I choose first? Pranayama or 15 minutes of pranayama or 15 minutes of asana?
See, actually, if you don't have time, if you have 15 minutes of time, okay, there are ways you can do it. Like only 15 minutes you have in your 24 hours, you have only 15 minutes of time, isn't it? So you can go for simple kind of meditation.
Okay.
Even to do pranayama, even to go for pranayama, you need your body in a different temperature. You need your both nostrils to be flowing. There is so much, behind even practicing pranayama. You're not supposed to practice pranayama just like that. But meditation you can do anytime. 15 minutes or 20 minutes of meditation, just closing your eyes, just observe the breath is also enough. Thank you, Nilima.
Can we start breathing exercises as soon as we get up in the morning, or should we do any prerequisites or prepare our body and then sit and then start pranayamas?
Bowel movement is very important. You have to empty your bowel and then you can go for breathing exercise.
Okay. But we don't get bowel movement every day in the morning only.
If you're not getting your bowel movement in the morning, in the sense that sense, you have some concern with, so you're having constipation concern, or if you have any digestive system concern, that you have to set first. You have to work on that first.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And one more
Ma'am,
person, chat with me. I mean, send the message to me. How much time meditation should be needed for every person? I mean, in the
20 minutes.
24 hours, how much time they need meditation?
Depends on their health concerns. If they have severe stress-related concerns, then they have to do meditation minimum of 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. But to as a prevention, to manage your day-to-day life, if you can do 20 minutes of meditation, it is enough. Yeah. Any other question? First, you have to understand, right? Stress, what is the root cause of stress? As I told you, the 5 koshas. So the intellect is, like discriminating what is right and what is wrong, your values, your beliefs. That is the major thing which you have to understand, which you have to develop. Okay. For example, COVID is one condition. Because of that COVID only, this we are here actually. These online sessions are more going on. So if you take it as COVID as one stressful event, like one external event. So the major thing is your values and your beliefs. You have seen this COVID, few are completely, they have went through different conditions. Okay, Usha Garu, I'll tell you definitely. Give me one moment. I just wanted to give you some kind of information which is very, very helpful in your daily life. Okay, so for this stress, the main cause is your intellectual. You should discriminate what is right, what is wrong. Okay, you have seen in my own experience. I just wanted to give my own experience. As I have different friends. So I am into this wellness, and few have their wellness studios and all. So few I have seen, few they have completely went into depression. They have they have to go for counseling and all because of this COVID condition. Whereas few, they are doing very good in their same profession. Two persons, one is completely under depression because of the stress, and the other one is doing very well in the same profession. Why? Because the major, the root is your values, your beliefs. Okay, the root is your intellect. What is good, what is wrong. Okay, this COVID has come. So what are the precautions you have to take? So what are the things you have to do, to not impact that COVID physically, not even professionally? You know, if you have observed the same in your college, your schools, or in your, if you are like, they're completely depressed because they're not going to colleges and everything. Okay, whereas you might have learned different languages. They have explored so many things which was not possible, if it is like regular life. They have done in a different way. That is how your belief should be like that. You have to, you know, what we call, you have to understand those kind of things, and you have to adopt those things. Then, in your regular life also, any condition, any situation will come, will arise also. You can easily manage that kind of stressful condition. That we have to learn. That will come only through our, when you have self confidence. That is the reason, even whenever you see the psychologists, mind coaches, life coaches, they will always say you have to be confident. Believe yourself is what they say. So you have to believe yourself first. When you have that belief strong, then you can make it everything easily. You can, you will find the way for any difficult, conditions or any stressful condition. Okay, any stress relief tips while we get stressed on that particular time. Yes, what you can do is, if you're feeling very stressful at the moment, your heartbeat is, if your palpitation, you can feel your heartbeat and everything, that kind of situation. Or, when for a few, if they are in stress, they'll have vomit, they have nausea, they'll have loose motion, diarrhea is what is happening. It happens with everyone. It's everyone in different ways. Immediately it triggers headache. Immediately it triggers migraine. So what they have to do is they have to sit straight. Spine must be straight. Okay, spine must be straight, and they just have to close your eyes, and you just have to concentrate on your breath for 5 to 10 minutes. Nothing else. Only just concentrate on your breathing pattern. So what happens is, when you're in the stress, when you're practicing breathing pattern, your exhalation and your inhalation, it will be a lot of disturbance. But if you practice for 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, you can observe the change in the way of breathing, the flow of your breathing. That shows, okay, you have relaxed your stress hormones, your cortisol hormones, serotonin hormones are dropped. Okay, that's why you can understand. Meditation or asanas we will do with empty stomach. Anything like for meditation or asanas has to be done with empty stomach. After bowel movement only you have to do the asanas. And for meditation, always meditation has to be followed after the asanas and pranayama and meditation. After asanas only, even meditation will have a lot of impact. Yeah. Any other questions? Any doubts?
Anyone can type your question. Otherwise, from my side, ma'am, nowadays ladies are feeling very stressful because of kids and everything, work from home and everything.
Yes.
Give some tips for ladies, especially.
For
They,
for ladies, what I suggest you is go for 1 hour of yoga. Why I suggest yoga is Yoga is the only form of exercise which works on this all levels, five levels of our existence. Okay, and especially for women, you need your endocrine system, healthy endocrine system, because our complete life is dependent on our endocrine system. Your thyroid gland, your pituitary gland, your ovaries. No, these are the major things for women. So yoga is the only one thing where this complete form of as I told you, these five pillars will have lot of positive impact on your endocrine, especially thyroid, so PCOD, irregular periods, perimenopause, menopause condition, premenstrual syndrome, heavy flow or no flow at all, lot of cramps. All these things are because of your endocrine health. That depends on your endocrine health. Yoga is the beautiful thing which gives you lot of positive impact on your endocrine system. So I suggest to go for 1 hour of yoga. So in 24 hours, if you're able to spend 1 hour for yourself, then definitely you'll see lot of benefits. You feel energetic all the day. You feel positive all the day. Even you can ask two of my clients. Every day they'll message you. I used to feel very dull, before the session. Even if they missed any of my sessions, they'll message, I'm feeling very dull today because I did not attend the session. If you attend the session, if you do 1 hour for yourself, you can see lot of difference because woman is the pillar of the family. If she is healthy, she can make others healthy. If she is happy, she can make everyone happy. So, parents, in-laws, kids, husband, everything is dependent on woman. If the woman is healthy, she can make, family beautiful, family healthy. If she is healthy, she can, that pass on the same thing with friends, the society as well. So, manaki, education is what they used to say earlier. Now, education, no need to say everybody is educated. But the lacking is wellness, the awareness on how to manage their everyday things. Yeah. Thank you, Nita, Satyanaji. Any other doubts? If you have, we can continue. Otherwise, we can end up the session.
It's a very informative session. Thank you. And one more question. Any stress relief tips while we get stressed on that particular time?
So that is what, if you're in a stressful condition, if you just have to observe your breath. Observing actually breathe has a lot of impact. Like science of breathe is a huge subject. How our breathe tells about our health condition. There's so many things around the breathe. So simple what you can do is just close your eyes, sit straight, and just observe your breath for 10 minutes. You see the difference in your breathing pattern, and you see the difference in your emotion. Yeah. Anything else?
Okay, madam. Maybe question forward.
And,
Yeah.
And you have to be happy all the time. Smile. When you're smiling, so many muscles are involved, and each and every cell of your body gets energizes with your smile. So that is very, very important even. Okay. So thank you so much, Gayatri, Maldiarts, and Veena Garu for giving this wonderful opportunity. I hope this, this session would help you to manage, to at least just as a useful as a prevention and to manage the stress factor. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. From Veena ma'am also. She messaged me. Yeah, thank you so much. Very informative session and very useful tips. And yeah, smiling face will be actually very important for everyone. Yeah, it's very useful.
Actually, smile.
If you smile, that problem will go away. Actually,
it changes your chemicals in your body. When you're smiling, immediately the hormones, everything in our body, everything is hormones and enzymes only. So every action will have lot of impact. So we'll discuss some other time how our hormones will have lot of impact on our, different systems. We'll discuss about that in some other session. Okay, for today, thank you so much for joining with me. Have a great day, all of you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, people, shall I end the session? I think no questions are there. Someone messaged. Okay, it's very useful. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.